Welcome back to another episode of Talking Spoilers.
We seen Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle, and I'm sure the porn parody is going to be The Golden Shower. Alright. What the first movie? Loved Kingsman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. It was like I said. It was surprisingly well made, really good. It was a fun film. It parodied James Bond. It didn't take itself too seriously. It was stylized action the way that they did it.
No,
but it was.
Let me tell you, there was some stuff in that was very.
It was over the top. Definitely memorable. But the action scenes, like I said, in the first movie, they were still like practical stunts they were doing. It wasn't all CGI.
Yeah.
This movie, sometimes bigger isn't always better. It is everything that the first movie brought to the table, just amped up a notch. I feel like it's kind of parodying the first movie now. It's a parody of a parody.
A parody of a parody of a parody. No.
Yeah, it's. I didn't hate it, but I was okay with Kingsman too.
Yeah,
it was like the whole movie. It was enjoyable, but I feel like this movie kind of had like the feeling of been there, done that. Mm. The villain's plot is similar to the first movie. It was over the top. You kind of forget. The first movie's villain was over the top, where his plan was he had SIM cards that were in cell phones that were going to activate something in your brain, and your heads blow off. So where do you go from there? This time, a drug lord has this magical island. Spoilers, people. If you haven't seen it,
it's called Talking Spoilers. I don't know from the intro that
she has this island called Poppyland that looks like the 1950s, and she has what, $250 billion. She's rich, but she sells all kinds of drugs, and so it's not legal for her to be anywhere in any other countries and shit. So she comes up with a drug that will place poison and make your skin turn blue, and if you don't get the antidote in a certain amount of time, you're gonna die. Yeah. And she also made the antidote, so she's gonna hold the world hostage.
It's a very good plan because it's not only a drug. It is every drug. Every drug, and she listed cannabis, cocaine.
It really is
opium.
It really is far fetched the way that the shit plays out.
Yeah,
it's so over the top. But yeah, for me, like I said, it was enjoyable to watch, but I felt like there was too much CGI right from the beginning. It felt a little off. Like it's very, very stylized, and the car chase when. That whole thing when he's in the car, the guy from the first movie that we thought was dead apparently didn't get his head blown off, and he's still alive. Just lost his arm. Now he has a robotic hand.
Because the statesman, they created a device that wraps around your head.
I'm not talking about him. We'll get to that. I'm talking about the kid from the last one.
Oh, he did it. Oh,
yeah, the guy that has a robot arm in this movie.
Oh, the robot arm.
He didn't die in the last one. He was in the first movie. He only lost his arm because remember he got zapped.
They didn't show his head blow off though.
Yeah, they explain it in the movie when he got zapped. It made the trigger stop. Yeah, it didn't blow up his head. It blew off his arm instead.
Yeah. I know, but we never saw. I don't remember.
They show it in the movie.
That his head completely blows off.
No, they didn't. No, not in the first movie. I'm saying no.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh no,
I'm
they
saying
didn't
like in the first movie.
So you don't know. No, that's
like
what they cover it in the second one. Yeah. And I was gonna say, how did you feel about them bringing back Harry in the movie?
This guy, the one I just before.
In the first movie, he got shot in the head. You think he's completely dead, and everyone knew into production that they said, "Oh, they were bringing him back. They were going to bring him back," but you didn't know how they were going to do it. Mm-hmm. Does it feel like a cop out that they brought him back? The way that they did it,
with that device,
they just introduced a device that the statesman, because it happened in America, just happened to be there at the time, and they're like 1 year earlier. It kind of cheats the emotional feeling that you have in the first movie
about him losing him. Yeah,
bringing him back. I don't know if it was really necessary. They didn't need to.
No, I still like it because it's a good setup for what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? They're trying to branch it out and make it that bigger than what it is. They got the Statesman and the Kingsman now.
In the trailers, they say Channing Tatum's going to be in the movie. I was surprised. He's got like less than 10 minutes of screen time in this movie. It feels like they set up for other spin-offs. They were planting seeds, but no, this movie's a little. It was 2 hours and 21 minutes. They kind of cut. They could have cut shit down. I don't know. It feels a little overstuffed. It's like
what's his name?
They did some classic sequel mistakes in this movie. Like I said, trying to go bigger instead of.
It wasn't as good as I don't know. That's probably
I said something feels a little off. That's why I'm not raving about it. Like I said, it wasn't bad. I wouldn't tell people, oh, don't go see this movie. If you like the first one, you're gonna enjoy it, but it's not as good. Like this doesn't have me craving. Oh, I can't wait for the next one. Like the Statesman, I was kind of underwhelmed. And when I say, oh, they use so much CGI. This movie feels like they filmed everything on a set. They're not on location at any point in this movie.
So you think it's
you didn't notice
giant
that?
Green screen room? That's what you're saying? This giant green screen room?
The snow?
Yeah. The beginning scene. What about the first scene? The first scene was definitely.
They did a little on street, but no. There's so much CG. There's so much CGI in that it's just
the camera angles. I think if you were out
the music festival.
I mean, part one.
All right.
Think about part one.
The music festival. You know they're not on location. You can see the whole thing's CGI, like the tent. Like it just feels big. It's so stylized. I don't know why. They could have went smaller and still had it look good. They were trying to get to two. They had to be in too many places at once. Now, like I said, the movie feels a little overstuffed. And there's a controversial scene in this movie now, apparently.
Yeah.
Just like the first movie, there was controversy about the anal sex scene. That saved my life, get the fucker in there. People make a big deal out of that. This one, but this part of the movie did feel kind of a little weird in the thing.
Yeah.
They had in the plot, Eggsy has to wear a condom tracker that he has to wear a tracker, and he has to have sex with this girl to get the tracker on her. But to do it, he has to finger her. People are making a big deal, but it did seem a little weird. That whole scene, it was just like I'm looking at a CGI tracker,
and then you
go through a CGI vaginal canal. I'm like, what the fuck?
I thought it was cool. I liked it. It was funny. I liked it, and it was and that's with them. Like stirring controversy or like stirring something up and thinking that was not consensual. That was very consensual. She took him.
Yeah, but it was non-consensual. Putting the tracker on her.
Yeah, but she wanted him to do all that. But anyway, he had to put the tracker on it. He's a spy. What kind of nonsense are you talking about right now? Of being a consensual planning a tracker. He is a spy. These guys
I'm not arguing. I'm saying people are like offended by the scene right now. It's a little. It stands out a little bit, but I don't know. I until I just read that a few minutes ago, I kind of forgot about that part in the movie. Yeah. But I remember when I did see that, I was like, well, that's a little weird. This one, all right. Back on track. The villain. What did you think of Julianne Moore's performance? She definitely hammed it up. She was having fun.
Yes, she did.
She's definitely more over the top than Sam Jackson.
It's like the first scene with her.
It's outrageous. Her shredding the guy in the hamburger grinder.
It's a guy named I don't know the guy who he was. What's the character's name? But I remember that the guy who put him in the shredder's name is Angel.
And then she cooked a burger with his meat and made the other guy eat it. It's kind of a little gross, but you're watching this shit. She has no empathy or sympathy for nothing, and it is definitely cheap. This movie was cheesy. The Statesman. My name's Tequila. My name's Whiskey.
Whiskey. They were all named after.
The things were just
Champagne.
Unrealistic. When they're in the whiskey factory, when it's pouring out, Channing Tatum spit some tobacco against it, and it just hits a spot.
He beat him up, Bo.
And
he put their head on both of them.
Fucked them all up, and then they were like, that's it. That's pretty much it for Channing Tatum in this movie.
He put a hurting on both Eggsy and Henry, right?
Yeah, they tried. They definitely made the Statesman's badass. Even the other guy, what's his name?
What's that?
The one that turns out to, spoilers at the ending, be the real villain.
Is it? Shit, what's his name? Whiskey.
Was it Whiskey? Yeah,
Agent Whiskey.
Whiskey throughout the movie. They made him badass with his lasso that could be turned into a laser and stop burning shit.
It was pretty dope. He held his own. You know, he did his thing.
Yeah, there was some funny parts to it, and I'll call back to the first movie when he's like, "Mana maketh man," shutting the door and shit.
And he gets his ass whooped.
Yeah, he starts seeing butterflies. When he finally does get his memory, he's off target. He's like, "What the fuck?" You just think he's all fucked up. But yeah, I liked him. I
love the action scenes.
The action scenes were good, but I feel like the movie could have went in different directions. They didn't need to bring Harry back into it. And then the way that this movie ends, I don't even know what it means for Kingsman, where the main lead, the actor who's been playing Eggsy, I don't think he's going to be back the way this movie ended. They made it look like Channing Tatum's taking over, and he's the prince, because he's now a prince.
He's going to definitely be a
prince going to be undercover.
He's going to be both. Batman's a billionaire. Batman's a billionaire, and he's Batman. Right? Batman is Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is Batman. Batman is Bruce Wayne.
I don't know what they're going to do, but yeah, it did. The way it looked like it was
separate entities.
They left it a little open-ended, but it felt like this is kind of like the end of it. It didn't have me crazy at the end. They're supposed to be spin-offs and sequels. This one's doing okay. I'm not sure if we're going to get a third one right away. If we do, we'll see what it goes. But
what did they make?
I don't know if X is going to make. They opened to like 38 million over the weekend, and the first one opened to 36. So it's doing a little bit better than the first one. It's probably going to make the same amount of money. It made a pretty penny at the box office. The first one, I think it was over 400 million worldwide.
We are forgetting and neglecting to talk about something, sir. Sir Elton John.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't.
That's a fly kick.
He was funny throughout. I think they may have used him a little bit too much in this movie, but it was funny to see.
So cheesy. He's in the air doing a fly kick. He looks
to
the camera, breaks the fourth wall, winks.
I said, and that's what I mean by this. This movie, as unrealistic as the first one felt, like I said, this one feels very meta, and it's like it's wink, wink. Yeah, they're breaking the fourth wall. It's not as. This feels like a very cartoonish world now.
It is
even more cartoonish than the last one was. Like I said, they magnified it. I don't know if that was necessarily the better choice to do.
Yeah.
When you first came out, the first one was more like James Bond. This one is just it's batshit crazy.
That's sad that Angel had to go and.
But
what he was having fun with Elton John.
Yeah.
Lord knows what they were
drugs.
doing. They were doing drugs.
But good use of music, and yes, the action's fast paced.
I love it. Yeah, the briefcase and the umbrella when they go into the.
But you even said it yourself when
we forgot to talk about Merlin. Merlin, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
sacrifices himself.
His death. Do you
think he's dead? That's what I know. He's definitely dead. He blew up to pieces.
I was going to say, do you think all the other agents are dead, too? Because they took them all out. I can't believe, they got rid of the girl from the original, too, right away.
Any of them escaped in time?
No, well, they didn't put it up in this one. I was surprised, the lead actress from the last one, they killed her off right away. And his dog! This was John Wick!
Yeah.
Eggsy has to take revenge for his pug. Well, they should have played that up more.
Yeah.
Killed my dog, motherfuckers. But yeah, no, they totally
his friend too. He killed his friend. Was watching his dog.
So they tried to add some weight to it, but I feel like they rested. They could have saved that for another movie. That storyline, anyways. Well, I feel like they introduced all those characters and kind of got rid of them. They kept like the main ones, but
I think it was also anticlimactic how the main villain Bobby died.
She turns out she wasn't.
What?
Turned out she wasn't.
That's the thing to spray.
Turned out she wasn't like the whole villain, because it turns out Whiskey is against the antidote too, though. And then they have their big fight against whiskey, which I said it was well choreographed, but most of it is CGI, slow motion, and like I said, the movie just felt a little long. But on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you giving this? I said for me, the first movie was an 8. This one still enjoyable to watch, but for me, it's just a 6.5. I don't think
7.
I don't want to see like another Kingsman. I'll be fine. This feels.
I will watch
it's not as bad as Kick-Ass 2, but it feels like
I like Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass 2. I like Kick-Ass.
This is definitely inferior to the first one, and I wish it could have been better. But I'm still, like I said, I may feel that way, but everyone else, it's a fun movie, and I would still recommend going and see it in theaters if you haven't. I don't know why you listen to it. You listen to us spoil it, but you should still watch it anyways. You know,
the people will still go and watch it.
But yeah, so what would you give it? I'm giving it 6.5.
7.5. I'll go with
7.5.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Elton John killed it. I like that they used it. He was in a plot device. He was just because she took advantage. Right. This is what happened. She took advantage of when Samuel Jackson's character. I forget his name. And
Valentine.
Valentine. There you go. When he was kidnapping celebrities and stuff like that, she took advantage. Took Elton John.
Oh yeah, no, that was a callback.
And
that was a little joke
for her. Like,
I said there's some funny moments. Like I said, I was in between. When I watched that movie, I was like, oh, this is like out of 7. But when I think back at it, like it's just okay.
Talk about the mechanical dogs that she has.
Yeah, it's crazy. But see, what I'm going to say,
super cheesy.
In the future, I'm going to say a couple of years from now, when we talk about Kingsman, we're not going to remember the second one. We're going to be talking about the first one. I don't think we're going to talk.
That Elton John fly kick is killed it.
The second one is not going to be as memorable. That's what I'm just saying. It's fun, but ultimately forgettable. 6.5, I'd say.
Fine. Get it out of here. No, I liked it. Go see it.